Now, see, I was just nice. Y'all see that in the upper right hand corner? He declined my resurrection request. I tried to help him. I tried to help him, assist him by resurrecting him. And he said, no, I don't want her help. I want to stay dead or resurrect on my own. That's wild. If somebody offered to resurrect me, I would just be resurrected. But whatever. Anyway, y'all know the girl in the previous mission I just did, she stole some liquor. The liquor made with the bugs and the meat for the weddings and for the Bosmer. So I'm like, okay, cool. We ended her. We killed her. She gone. She out the way. Now we got apparently her little area with her journal. And this is going to tell us what happened with Galathor. Galathor has let me down for the last time. I told him to meet me on Balding Hill so we could leave this backwater and build a new life. He never came. I tried to explain, but he doesn't understand how much we could learn out there. That there is so much more than the lives of those who went before. New methods to be discovered, secrets. Instead, he clings to the past. He makes his brew the way his mother did and her father before her, never changing, never experimenting. It's sickening. I even summoned an atronach to demonstrate what is possible, but he left it in some musty cavern with some jerked mammoth, and Ifri knows what other refuse he's dredged out of the forest. He'll learn his lesson soon enough, though. Without regular bindings, even the lowliest atronach is prone to rebellion. Okay, and this is her backpack. Okay, who was that? Oh. Mm-hmm. Is it time to cook a little something? Let's see. I don't want to make no pig, bro. I really want to make this beet glazed pork. I just want to see what it looks like. But I don't got no beets, and I'm not level 2 for the cooking stuff. So I'm gonna have to get my skill up for that, but that's a little baby mission for another day. I want to kind of cut through here. But oh well, I'll cut through here. And then look at that, look at that, look at that. Come on. He ain't got nothing. Let's see. There is no going back. Firoween, our cause will be glad to have one so well versed in magic. Your former employer was foolish not to put your talents to better use, but his loss is our gain. Join us in Abimath, but be warned, there is no going back. Cut ties with your former life. Distractions will not be tolerated in your service to the Black Worm. Cassia Varro. Mmm. Okay. Let's get. Alright, let's go ahead and talk to Galathor. Now we know what actually happened. Now ain't no lying. Because he did not want to tell us. He told us, but he didn't tell us. Like, look how serious she is. She's tried to tell you 1,000 times, and you knew she was unhappy, but you didn't really care because you was doing stuff the way you wanted to do it. But you was in love with her. Y'all was in a relationship. She was something to you. She wasn't just no random, just disgruntled employee type shit. She wanted to run away with you, bro. She was in love with you, and
You
she
took on
wanted y'all to
Daedra?
discover.
Are you crazy? Wait till I tell the others. They'll never believe it.
Okay, who is Peroween? Like, can I kill her? I feel like I could, but I wonder what would happen. And she ran to go tell who? I want to see what's happening.
There's Daedra took off with their tails between their legs. Well, the ones with tails.
Ariah's journal. 2 Suns Dawn. What a glorious day. I am closer than ever to completing my studies. It's taken years of hard work, But today, my instructor said I passed my examinations at the top of my class. My friends and I will celebrate long into the night. 4 suns dawn. Thingil and I will set out today to visit her family before our wedding. They don't approve of me. Scholars aren't valued the way hunters are. I hope they change their mind. We're taking a shortcut across the ruins. Should be back within a month. 2 at the most. It does not allow a chat.
Heroine tells us you're quite the hero. Well done.
Interesting. That was wild. They led me to her house like it was a story there. Alright. They don't like being woken up and they be wanting to fight. That's crazy. But at least they're not just randomly prone to violence like some of the other crap in this woods. It's obnoxious. They just get mad, rock out. Hold on a second.
If only we had more hearts.
What you talking about?
Listen, if we work quickly, we can cut our losses. Those thieves didn't nab everything. One of the rotmeth bladders is ready to turn, but we're short on a few critical seasonings. You're good with animals. Maybe you can help me out. Just a couple of things, really. Thunderbug hearts from the wild thunderbugs down the hill, and some maggots. And, well, if you want to know, there's something else bothering me. Can you meet me by the cold cave when you're done? It's right below our feet, so to speak. The entry's on the hillside. You can't miss the cold air coming from it. Promise you'll meet me there?
Okay. Thunder maggots is crazy. But let's do it real quick, because I just want to see what happens. Oh, I see a lore book. The Humor of Wood Elves, collected by Tellinger the Artificer, or the Artificer. As a historian, I realized one can learn much about a culture by studying its humor. Therefore, I copied down several of their witticisms for future examination. Perhaps by considering their amusements, we will gain further insight into the mind of the Bosmer. A skeleton walks into the tavern and says, "I'd like some rot meth and a mop." Why did the monkey fall out of the tree? It was dead. What's brown and sticky? A stick. Person 1. Ask me if I'm a tree. Person 2. Are you a tree? Person 1. No. Okay, so their humor is terrible. Which side of a raven has the most feathers? The outside. What has 3 heads, is ugly and smells? My mistake. You don't have 3 heads. What's light as a feather but cannot be held for very long? Breath. Imagine your boat sinking in slaughterfish infested waters. How do you survive? Stop imagining. Why do thunderbugs eat raw meat? They never learn to cook. Why do bees buzz? Because they can't whistle. Oh my god. Those were horrible. That was horrible. Alright. I plan on fighting these things. But at least y'all get to see the thunderbugs, and then you go in the nest, and the nest has the maggots. Ugh. That's trifling. Okay. So we get the hearts from the bodies, and the maggots from the little bug. Right, what's beetle scuttle? That sounds nasty. I don't want the scuttle. It sounds like Draugr spit, which was put a nasty taste in my mouth. Made my stomach do a lurch. Come on. Come on, Big Panther. You with it, you with it, you with it. Yeah, I haven't had the glyph of frost in a while. Okay, he said to meet him at the cave. Oh my goodness.
I will stay close to you, Tamit. I do not wish to lose my way.
Not a moment too soon. It's as I suspected. The village is in considerable danger. Galithor's Atronach is starting to thaw. It's waking up. Firuin said this might happen. Something about regular bindings. And now she's gone, no one knows how to bind it. Galithor's assistant. Bit of a marvel when it
His
came to the
assistant
arcane.
and his
Whipped
lover.
up this fellow like it was
Clock
nothing.
T.
She was sweet on Galithor, but he didn't see it. And that's all past us, though. Now that thing is up and about. Not at all. It's supposed to stand still and keep things cool. But now it's creaking around, taking a swing at anything warmer than an icicle. I can hunt well enough, but Atronachs aren't my usual game. I
Right.
knew I could count on you. If you don't come back, well,
Yeah. Clearly, you'll do something. Well, come on. Come on, Big Pimpin'. Let me take you down. And I don't need that. And this is all pork. Pork. It's all pork. The sad part is you're not gonna be able to keep your stuff cool yet, but I am taking that venison. And the fish. Yep. Yeah, I don't need this fish. This stuff finna go bad anyway. Alright. Period. And we can come on up out of there.
you really are a wonder, aren't you? If I were younger, I might ask you to show me how you do it. That's not the life for me, though.
I know.
Not now, anyway. With this, the Rotmeth will turn out great. A pity to lose all that ice, but to be honest, the Atronach always gives me the chills. Just standing there, watching. We'll make do with the cave. What was good for our parents is good for us, eh?
It's time for me to let folks know he had me take out your Atronach. So don't think you're gonna be running to go use that again, baby. That's over with. He's above. There you go.
You're back. Did you save the Rotmeth? Drunk? No, just checking the jugger. For bruising, you know. Rotmeth's a real prize, though. Thank you for finding it. I'll have some of the workers bring it home. I thank you, my ancestors thank you. We all thank you. Here's to your success.
Oh, he tore up. Wow.
Buy locally, Vargas.
You dealt with the thieves at
Ha!
Wayston.
The hero of Cold Harbor walks among us.
Hey, don't be trying to shade me now. Alright.
We depart within the hour. Where are you headed? Tell me. Safe travels to you.
Okay, let's get our it's time to travel to Valenwood. Okay, let's see, where is that at? Where's Valenwood? Off we go to Valenwood, off we go, off we go. Off we go to Valenwood, Mary Tiriayo. Alright.
Protect me.
I don't understand. There was no warning.
Lieutenant Aaron.
You're heading the wrong way, aren't you? Everyone's fleeing Velen Harbor but a few diehards. Wait, you don't look like the running type. Perhaps you can help us defend the city. I'm as in charge of this madhouse as anyone, but I have no time for diplomats. Hold a moment. You're no cringing diplomat.
No, I'm not.
I really don't care who you are as long as you can help defend Velen Harbor. A Red Guard force made landfall and assaulted Velen Harbor. They must have made a deal with the Drublog clan of Wood Orcs, as they attacked from the hills at the same time. Captain Coloralda was at the docks. She's either dead or cut off. That leaves me in charge. Civilians are trapped in the trade hall and Mage's Guild by the Drublog. Rescue them. The sergeant can arm them and organize a counterattack under the Fists of Thalmor banner.
Okay.
Tell them to get to the Fighters Guild barracks. We'll meet them there. The Drublog overran the marketplace, but a few... Captain Coloralda was at the docks to meet the dignitaries. The Queen sent us to escort the Green Lady to the city of Sylvanar, but the Red Guard and Drublog clan got here first. The Captain Coloralda was at the docks to meet the dignitaries. The Red Guard arrived instead. I think it's worth a try. The Queen's counting on us, and with the Captain dead or missing, her duty falls to me. I won't abandon...
Okay, I know. I know you ain't gonna abandon it, baby. But in the meantime, I gotta get to what I gotta get to. Nah, it just wasn't like this. They did this one out when I started talking to them. Then they changed it. 'Cause there was nobody in here. There was nobody in here. Not paying no attention. I'm focused on the wrong stuff. Alright. I just partnered up with somebody.
Show me your claws scatter.
Ain't doing none of that. Ain't no survival around here. Take them out, period. Level 47. I can't wait till we get to level 50 because then we get to talking about bigger wars and stuff, and we get more points. Instead of going based off of levels, you start going based off of experience points, and I think it goes up to like 3,600. So it's a lot of leveling up to do, and a lot more you're able to access once you get to a certain level. An Unusual Alliance by Ikentar of Shimmerine, Sapiarch of Indoctrination. 3 allies whose people rarely agree on anything. 3 races as diverse as any within the world. 3 states at war for their very lives, but unable to reconcile their differences in moments of peace. More than allies, but less than friends. And that must change. Our dominion is beset on many sides. The Ebonheart Pact and the Daggerfall Covenant attack us from the outside, but we have other enemies more deadly and more dangerous to our alliance than those external foes. If our wartime bonds are to remain strong, we must forge relationships and alliances in peace. Our Bosmiri hunters must provide food for our civilians as well as our soldiers. Our Khajiit traders must provide goods as well as weapons, and our Altmeri wizards must spend their magic wisely to win the peace as well as the war. Our first step is to join together. In celebration as one of our alliance members, the Bosmer renews their divine pact with a joining between their 2 spiritual leaders, the Sylvanar and the Green Lady. Let all members of the Aldemari Dominion recognize this wedding and participate in the revels that follow. Our best wishes to the Sylvanar, the Green Lady, and the Bosmeri people. May this new generation know a strength in peace as well as war. Okay, I like that. That was well written, Diplomati. Oh, you did. Let me get that though. And I'm gonna update some stuff. But first, let me check these bookshelves. Cyril Meanway's translation. I can tell this. To do what is needed. Would you stand by while your village or town burned? Then why do you do nothing while Morrowind suffers? The tribunal may be too busy to do the right thing, but we're not. The Maulborn, a society of like-minded dark elves who want to help the poor and protect the weak, was formed to take care of the problems that are too mundane, too inconsequential, or too difficult to attract the attention of the tribunal and its agents. We have a plan for the Lodos plague ravaging our population. We have a plan for the plague husk terrorizing our towns. We have a plan, and that's more than the great houses or the tribunal can say. But we can't accomplish our plans without your help. Join the Maulborn and become part of the solution. Our volunteers are already making a difference in such diverse locations as the Cirque, the Obsidian Gorge, and the Narcissus Wilderness. We'd be happy to allow you to help us in our important work. Who are the Maulborn? We're your friends and neighbors, your cousins, your sons and daughters. We're the gathering storm and the strong arm of judgment. We're the cleansing wind that will soon blow across the entirety of Morrowind. We are healers and wizards, warriors and caregivers. We are the Maulborn, and we are you. Come, make a difference. Come join the Maulborn. Our recruitment liaisons are anxious to meet you. Okay, Maulborn. We're not reading that. The Father's Promise. His kiss fell upon your egg tooth before your first breath. You are one of his blessed children. Embrace your father and obey your mother, for as they have allowed you your first breath, so can they take it away. In all things, consider the end. In all ends, breathe in its beauty. In all beauty lies a promise of decay. Do not fear the chill, my child. It is the sign of this gift, the promise of a time where time is no more. The Brothers of Darkness by Polarne Asti. As their name suggests, the Dark Brotherhood has a history shrouded in obfuscation. Obfuscation. Yeah, that's right. Their ways are secret to those who are not themselves brothers of the Order. Brother is a generic term. Some of their deadliest assassins are female, but they are often called brothers as well. How they continue to exist in shadow but be easily found by those desperate enough to pay for their services is not the least of the mysteries surrounding them. The Dark Brotherhood sprang from a religious order, the Morak Tong, during the Second Era. The Morak Tong were worshippers of the Daedra spirit Mafala, who encouraged them to commit ritual murders. In their early years, they were as disorganized as only obscure cultists could be. There was no one to lead the band, and as a group, they dared not murder anybody of any importance. This changed with the rise of the Night Mother. All leaders of the Morak Tong, and then afterward the Dark Brotherhood, have been called the Night Mother. Whether the same woman, if it is even a woman, has commanded the Dark Brotherhood since the Second Era is unknown. What is believed is that the original Night Mother developed an important doctrine of the Morak Tong, the belief that while Mafala does grow stronger with every murder committed in her name, certain murders were better than others. Murders that came from hate pleased Mafala more than murders committed because of greed. Murders of great men and women pleased Mafala more than the murders of relative unknowns. We can approximate the time this belief was adopted with the first known murder committed by the Morak Tong. In the year 324 of the Second Era, the potentate Versiju Shai was murdered in his palace in what is today the Elsewhere Kingdom of Senchal. In a brash move, the Night Mother announced the identity of the murderers by painting Morak Tong on the walls in the potentate's own blood. Previous to that, the Morak Tong existed in relative peace, more or less like a witch's coven, occasionally persecuted but usually ignored. In remarkable synchronicity, at a time when Tamriel, the arena, was a fractured land, the Morak Tong was outlawed throughout the continent. Every sovereign gave the cult's elimination his highest priority. Nothing more was officially heard of them for 100 years. It is more difficult to date the era when the Morak Tong re-emerged as the Dark Brotherhood, especially as other guilds of assassins have sporadically appeared throughout the history of Tamriel. The first mention of the Dark Brotherhood that I have found is from the journals of the Blood Queen, Alamahera of Higaith. She spoke of slaying her enemies by her own hand, or if necessary, with the help of the Night Mother and her Dark Brotherhood, the secret arsenal my family has employed since my grandfather's time. Alamahera wrote this in 2E 412, so one can surmise that the Dark Brotherhood has been in existence since at least 360 if her grandfather had truly made use of them. The important distinction between the Dark Brotherhood and the Morak Tong was that the Brotherhood was a business as much as it was a cult. Rulers and wealthy merchants used the order as an assassin's guild. The Brotherhood gained the obvious rewards of a profitable enterprise, as well as the secondary benefit that rulers could no longer actively persecute them. They were needed. They were purveyors of an essential commodity. Even an extremely virtuous leader would be unwise to mistreat the Brotherhood. Not long after Alamahera's journal entry came perhaps the most famous series of executions in the history of the Dark Brotherhood. The Akaviri Emperor Potentate Severian Churak and every one of his heirs were murdered on one bloody night in sun's dawn in 430. Within a fortnight, the Akaviri Potentate crumbled to the delight of its enemies. The Dark Brotherhood has no shortage of business opportunities, and accounting, I have been informed, is the Brotherhood's favorite euphemism for an execution. While they are officially considered an unlawful organization in every corner of the empire, like the Thieves Guild, they are almost as universally tolerated. Okay. And this says seeking tenant. Oh, that's for getting property. And I'm just not really there with a house yet, but I am on my way. I do see myself purchasing a house soon. But until then, let's talk to Imriel.
We're going to die! We're all going to die!
Oh my god. Go to the Fighters Guild. Lieutenant Aaron needs help driving off the invaders.
can't
We're
fight them
all
by
going
myself.
to
You
die.
saw what they did to the others. Haven't
She
you
just
seen the
crashed
bodies?
out.
If I hide here, maybe they'll take what they want and leave. Really? The Thalmor are still here? I heard their captain ran away or was killed. Maybe we've got a chance with them on our side. Belen Harbor's my home. I'll fight for it.
Well, all right, girl. You better go get your ass in gear. Get on over there and make it happen, Captain. And I'm going to rescue 4 civilians. Okay. Ooh. I forgot y'all was out here knee deep. Okay, come on. Come on, because you're not finna be... Oh. See? Look, I was about to fight you. And you on your way. Let me leave you alone, bruh.
The invaders crossed the bridge. They've taken over the entire town. The fists of Thalmor. I thought they ran off.
They did not,
But
baby.
how can they take back our entire town? There
They
aren't
finna
enough
try
of
to
them.
get the whole
I
thing
heard the captain
back,
got
babe.
killed in the first wave along with her men.
They trying to get y'all together again.
Well, they've got me. Give me a weapon and I'll learn how to fight.
Oh, you don't
Thanks
even
for
know,
finding
Lord
me.
have mercy.
I don't think I could have done anything on my own.
Well, they can go ahead and kiss you goodbye. I would have told them, baby, I ain't got no chance. I'll help on the back end. Yeah. Okay, wait a minute now. Y'all only do light? Okay. Yeah, they playing. I'm not dealing with that. Let me see the alchemy station. Okay. Okay, Mirror Mill is up above, so let's get over there to Mirror Mill. Beggar Prince. We look down upon the beggars of the Empire. These lost souls are the poor and wretched of the land. Every city has its beggars. Most are so poor they have only the clothes on their backs. They eat the scraps the rest of us throw out. We toss them a coin so that we don't have to think too long about their plight. Imagine my surprise when I heard the tale of the Beggar Prince. I could not imagine what a prince of beggars would be. Here is the tale I heard. It takes place in the First Age, when gods walked like men and Daedra stalked the wilderness with impunity. It is a time before they were all confined to oblivion. There once was a man named Weedle, or maybe it was a woman. The story goes to great lengths to avoid declaring Weedle's gender. Weedle was the 13th child of a king in Valenwood. As such, Weedle was in no position to take the throne or even inherit much property or wealth. Weedle had left the palace to find independent fortune and glory. After many days of endless forest roads and tiny villages, Weedle came upon 3 men surrounding a beggar. The beggar was swaddled in rags from head to toe. No portion of the vagabond's body was visible. The men were intent on slaying the beggar. With a cry of rage and indignation, Weedle charged the men with sword drawn. Being simple townsfolk, armed only with pitchforks and scythes, they immediately fled from the armored figure with a shining sword. "Many thanks for saving me," wheezed the beggar from beneath the heap of foul rags. Weedle could just played me. They played me. And I wonder if I lost service. Played me. And I wonder if I lost service or if... Okay, so I think it's something going on with they online. So I'll be back then, guys. Maybe they're doing an update or something. I don't know, but clearly we weren't supposed to read about that. But I'ma still try to find the book, and if I do, I'ma come on live just to read the book, and then I'm out. And if I do, I'ma come on live just to read the book, and then I'm out.